Hiya fishy folks, and happy Water Change Wednesday. When you see this video, I will be in Japan, actually in Ota, Japan, out in the countryside, about 2-ish hours from Tokyo. Anyway folks, today a massive Mutt Guppy pond update, including what was in the Intex pond, the 90-gallon little pool that I set up. So guys, do me a favor, grab a snack and a beverage, and of course, if you haven't done so already, just annihilate the subscription button. Gently boop the notification bell. And then, you might as well check out my website. Lots of clicks. I make money there too. We know it's all about the Benjamins for me. So, snack and a beverage. Let me know in the comments down below what said snack and said beverage is. And let's take a look at the massive Mutt Guppy breeding system. Pond breeding system. Outside standby. Alright fishy folks, let's take a look at this pond. This is a 100-gallon Rubbermaid tote, you can see. And I just have this light diffuser over the top of it because I have no other place to store it. In here are some red cobra guppies. There's a water lily that I have to pot, and some other plants that I got that I still have to pot. There's some water lettuce and you know what those are called. Hyacinths, water hyacinths. But red cobra guppies, there's one. You can't see because of shadows. Anyway, this is one that I have that ginormous sponge filter in for no other reason than I couldn't find an air stone when I set this up. I wanted to put an air stone in some of these because, especially when I'm not here, if it gets really, really hot, I won't be able to run outside and put an air stone in them. So, air stone's certainly not going to hurt. I don't believe it's necessary, especially in the little ponds with the water movement from the waterfall. But in here and the other ponds I have, I think it definitely can't hurt. Certainly won't. It might not help, but it can't hurt. Anyway, so I put a couple of fat females in here and one male and a bunch of juveniles. Let them grow out. My red cobra guppy colony has shrunk considerably because I've been selling the bejesus out of them. So for those of you that buy them, thank you so much. For those of you that are waiting for them, I do have quite a few inside them growing out. This is just to amp up the production. All right, should we look at the Intex pond? No, let's look over here. Here's a Laguna 60-gallon tub. I put a bunch of mutts out here, and we already had one drop of fry shortly after the really cold snap we had here. Here in South Jersey, I don't know if it was last week or the week before, we had 2 nights in the low 50s, and I was concerned. I did lose one guppy. I don't know if it was from the cold or from shock or what have you, but I did lose one from this tub. And yeah, this one also has the water hyacinth, has some rickia, has some java moss down there, and an air stone. And of course, in these guys, I have the crushed coral to help keep the hardness up. I do need to get some for this tub, and I'm not sure if I need to get some. Oh, you might want to see what's in there later. I don't know if I'm going to need any for that tub. Anyway, so I noticed a problem with this particular pond. The overflow right there, or the return, was hanging close to the edge, and half of it was dripping on the edge here and on the ground, and I was losing water. So I did move it a little bit. I don't have a permanent solution as of yet. I'm sure I can come up with it if I think about it, but I've got more important things to do right now, quite frankly. So production is decent, I guess you can say. There's, I don't know, it's hard to see how many fry are in here. I mean, everywhere I look, I see fry, but I don't know if it's just one batch or 2 batch. I don't know if you guys can see, but there's one right there. See them swimming around. So far, knock on the camera, my alien defense system, alien protection device, APD, seems like it's okay, but I don't know if it's the right temperature for dragonflies to lay their larvae. I don't know. They're nymphs in the water. As you know, I need protection so that the nymphs don't eat all my guppy babies. Sorry, my little dog is rubbing his butt on the, not his butt, his back on the dirt. Now he needs a bath, and I was just checking him out. Anyway, these water hyacinths have really sort of blossomed since I got them. I'm fine. You know, they suck up the nitrates. Also, the roots grow down low, which helps them, helps the fry have places to hide, and the mamas deliver babies. So this tub has been working out quite well. Moving on to this tub, here's another lid that I made as I showed you. I don't really like it because I can't see the fish, and that's why I have it. I mean, it's nice and all for protection, but let's just kind of move it out of the way for now. Really easy to lift up. I'm just gonna put it up on this tub. And so no babies out of this tub that I saw this morning as of yet, but I did add this elbow, and I'll show you why when I put the lid back on. No babies out of here. Also, the water level, because it's not as level, because the tub isn't as level as it should be, the water level is kind of weird. You know, it's low down there and it's high up in this corner, so I gotta work on that before I go. I did try to shim it a little bit for a little while, and then I got bored and I stopped. You can see the water hyacinth is growing well here. Same thing in this tub. There's some Java moss, there's a leaf that fell in over there, and of course the crushed coral. I did take off the, I did put some protection on the overflow to help fry from getting sucked down into the return, but it was really slowing the water flow down, and the water level was rising, so I took them off. And I'll deal, if there's fry in there, I'll deal with it. Here's the return over here. You can see, by the way, brand new air conditioner, very quiet. You know, there's some flower or some floating plants in here. There's a green bean in here. A green bean. I wonder how that got there. And some yeah, what's that called? Yeah, I know you all are screaming it out in front of your computer. Mike, it's what happens when you get old. My birthday is tomorrow. I think. Guess how old I'm gonna be. Guess. I can't remember. Nah, duckweed. Some duckweed in here. By the time I get back from Japan, this whole thing will be covered. I don't really care. Duckweed's great at sucking up nitrates. So, all right, is that it for the outdoor ponds? I think there's one more. Yes, there's this one over here. This is, so I bought these two Rubbermaid 100-gallon tubs. I paid $80 for both, so $40 each. I did not know there were holes drilled in them. It wasn't mentioned anywhere. I didn't think to ask because I asked if they hold water. So they were part of a system. This one, I think, had corals in it. And so I had to cap these off, which really was no big deal. But then there's that hole there. I do have some stuff to try to, it's an odd size. I can't get PVC big enough to seal it up. And if it's too small, obviously I won't be able to seal it with a gasket. So I have some things to try. I probably won't have time before I go to Japan. I'm really not worried. You know, it's rained a little bit. If there's water in here, there's water in here. I'm not overly concerned. I haven't set up any of the other little ponds. Here's the other tote over here, or the other bin over here. Really easy just to cap off. Actually, when I got it, all three of these were leaking, which I kind of expected. That's why you water test. All right, let's go take a look at the Intex pond. That's right, folks. Albino plecos outside, already moam building in the pleco tank. So this is a 90-gallon Intex pond. I'll put a link to this in the description below. I put a link before. A bunch of people said it was really cool. A couple of people said they bought them. As you know, it will be an Amazon affiliate link, so if you click on it and buy anything, I make millions. So then I can quit this YouTube stuff. So buy lots of stuff. No. I would never quit YouTube. I might quit my real job. That's not true. I would never do that either. Anyway, so water hyacinth, water lettuce. I threw some leaf litter in here to help kickstart the mum. There's some green beans from yesterday in here. A bunch of pleco caves, and I think I put 2 females and 4 males out here, or 2 females and 3 males. And I have more pleco caves in the house. I may get some of those and put them out before I go to Japan. This one has a big piece of driftwood in it, and of course an airstone. This is the one I'm concerned about getting hottest the most. It is fairly shallow, and it gets more sun exposure than the other tubs. So that air conditioner is so quiet. I love it. Anyway, sorry. Oh, something shiny. All right, fishy folks, that's it for the massive Mutt Guppy and Pleco outdoor breeding system. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Any questions, comments, concerns, let me know in the comments below. And for those of you that are concerned about stuff growing through here, I don't think that's going to happen, so we'll see. All right, fishy folks, check out Michael's Fish Room. Buy lots of stuff at Super Cichlids, and sub my boy Scott from King and Queen Cichlids, and check out KJE Aquatics for all your pond and fish plant needs.